San Antonio making its mark on a major list. A report from Law and Love ranks San Antonio number 15 for the most green space. We beat out other major Texas cities like Austin, Dallas, and Houston. You can check out the list right now on KSAT.com. Ahead in the next hour of the morning show, GMSA, Florida and California have traditionally been the home for Universal Studios theme parks, but get ready, Texans. We're about to have our own Universal theme park here in the Lone Star State. We'll tell you where and when it will be set up. TransGuide right now, RJ is helping us keep tabs on things right now. It looks like we have a stalled vehicle or some sort of incident. I'm not sure at 90 and Couples, but he's going to try to get us some more information coming up here after the break.
San Antonio Councilman Clayton Perry plans to return to his council seat today following DWI accusations. Why he says he's ready to come back just ahead.
Don't want to miss the new discovery that's been made that has researchers buzzing over at NASA. We'll tell you why.
And hold on to your hats, taking a look out there with live cam. Windy and 61 degrees for now.
Live from KSAT 12. Good morning, San Antonio starts right now.
Rise and shine, everyone. Good morning to you. It is Thursday. It is January 12th.
Happy Thursday. Thanks for joining us. If you like the cold weather, hang on, it's coming.
It is. Overnight, we noticed some breezier conditions, and in some spots today, Mike says it's going to be downright windy.
Yeah, we'll have wind gusts 30, 35 miles per hour at times. And on the downside, especially out in northwest portions of the hill country in the Edwards Plateau, a higher fire danger with the really, really dry air that's in place. And that's the other thing you're going to notice when you step outside this morning. Windy, very dry, a lot of clear skies, maybe one or two clouds are going to be hanging around here, just kind of passing this morning. We're at 60, so we've continued to drop down another couple of degrees, 56 in Comfort. Still, we're closer to the normal high than the normal low, which is 41, but yeah, it just feels a whole lot better. And then we're going to sort of rebound a little bit later on this afternoon. Wind is out of the northwest, 10, 15 miles per hour, sustained winds. And we've got some gusts right now, 18 Bulverde, Bernie Stage, 23 in Hondo, 27 still there in Lost Maples. And it's going to remain kind of blustery throughout the rest of the day. Mountain Cedar, going to be interesting when the updated count comes out in about an hour, hour and a half. 4,760 on yesterday's count, but with the windy conditions overnight, that's going to be shaking up those Mountain Cedar trees. And then windy conditions all day today. Tomorrow's Mountain Cedar reading is also going to be very interesting. You may want to keep the cold and allergy medicine handy, prevent those sniffles. We'll bottom out at 55 this morning, and then we're going to be seeing, like I said, a lot of sunshine all day long. One or two clouds here or there this morning, and we're going to make it up to the low 60s at noon, top off 65 later on this afternoon. Northwesterly wind 15, 25 miles per hour. If you're heading out this evening, once the sun goes down, the wind's going to be settling down. It's going to cool off pretty quickly, so take a jacket with you. And then much colder tomorrow morning, Saturday morning, and we'll take a look at the entire long holiday weekend coming up in just a couple of minutes. Traffic Authority, RJ Marquez is behind the wheel this morning. What's going on the highways and byways, sir?
All right, Mike. Yeah, things starting to pick up a little bit as we get out and about during our 6 o'clock hour here. Went mostly unscathed during the 5 o'clock hour, but now starting to see a little bit of delays here on the roads. The one that just popped up on our maps is US 90 at Couples Road. So these are the westbound lanes of US 90. So this is a little bit west of the downtown area. So keep caution if you're heading out to that area. You can see that you have emergency vehicles out there on the shoulder. And again, something that just popped up on our maps right now. As we take a look at the traffic flow. So we just saw the TransGuide traffic camera. Again, traffic still moving pretty smooth through that area, but we do expect things to pick up here in just a little bit. So the other delay that we were talking about during our 5 o'clock hour here, and traffic starting to build up here, is another stalled vehicle. This is on the southbound lanes at Topperwine Road, all the way in the northeast side. So again, this has led to a little bit of a traffic buildup in that area. But we're taking a look at the TransGuide traffic cameras, and again, traffic moving pretty smoothly through that area. And I'm going to show you that here. This is what's nice about our traffic system. We could just kind of switch back and forth to see these things on our cameras. And again, you can see definitely a traffic buildup in this area, but don't see any emergency lights or emergency vehicles here. So maybe they've cleared this out. Again, this is still being reported on our maps. But again, northeast side, I-35 at Topperwine Road. Just keep that in mind if you're headed out this morning. The rest of our area looking pretty good. We will continue to follow these two incidents as we move along throughout our morning. Mark and Stephanie, back to you guys.
Thank you, RJ. Bexar County Sheriff Javier Salazar says there was no chase involved, but he says a driver was speeding away from a deputy when he was killed in a crash.
The crash happened on West Military near Marbach Road. Katrina Weber is there with the live report. You mentioned earlier, Katrina, that this began with a traffic stop.
Well, that's right. According to the sheriff, it was about a mile away from here down on Military when the deputy stopped a driver for speeding. He says the deputy noticed some drugs in the car, and then things sort of went downhill from there, ending with a deadly crash here and a pretty big mess here on Military near Marbach. Let me give you a look at the video. This happened about 1 o'clock this morning. Now, the sheriff says that when the deputy pulled over that driver, the driver indicated that he had a gun in the car. The deputy told him to get out of the car. He refused and then took off. The sheriff says by the time the deputy got to his own car, he had lost sight of that driver, but then he drove around and stumbled upon this wreckage here on Military near Marbach. The driver apparently went right through a utility pole, sideswiped a tow truck that was parked in a parking lot, and then the driver was ejected from his car and he slammed into a U-Haul truck. He was killed. By the time the deputy found him, he was already dead. Now, so this street has been shut down ever since then, and according to the sheriff, it should be shut down. He said until about 6, but it looks like it's taken a little bit longer for CPS Energy to replace that utility pole that was smashed during the crash. The deputy, in the meantime, is going to be on administrative leave at first and then administrative duty until this whole investigation is over. But again, according to the sheriff, there never was a chase because he says the deputy didn't even have a chance to go after the driver before he crashed. Reporting live on the west side, Katrina Weber, KSAT 12 News.
Thank you, Katrina. Hotel Emma will be testing for more leaks today after a suspected carbon monoxide leak sent 15 people to the hospital. The hotel was closed overnight. Hazmat crews tell us that most of the victims are hotel staff. They said they had headaches and nausea. Everyone is expected to be okay. The luxury hotel is part of the Pearl. Guests and staff were relocated.
Happening today, San Antonio City Councilman Clayton Perry plans to return to the District 10 council seat. This comes after a DWI charge in a hit-and-run crash he is accused of being involved in.
So today would mark 59 days since he took a leave of absence. Alyssa Cole joins us now in the studio with the latest developments. Good morning, Alyssa.
Good morning, Stephanie and Mark. This is a story we have been following closely since it happened. In a letter to city officials, he said he addressed the issues that prevented him from carrying out his duties as a council member. Perry stopped short of saying how these issues were addressed in the past couple of months. Here's a timeline of everything that has happened so far. So police accused Councilman Perry of drinking 14 drinks within 4 hours and then getting into a hit and run crash. It happened back on November 6th. Perry took a sabbatical on November 14th. Now he's set to make a court appearance on January 24th. Mayor Ron Nirenberg says without a conviction, City Council does not have the authority to remove a member. But if the allegations are true, Nirenberg believes Councilman Perry should resign. Again, Perry plans to return to City Council today and will continue to stay on top of this developing story. Mark, Stephanie.
Thank you, Alyssa. This morning, President Biden is facing new scrutiny over his handling of classified documents after the discovery of another batch of documents.
And we're told this time the papers were found in a different location. ABC's Christy Aletto has more.
This morning, ABC News has learned President Biden's legal team has found a second batch of classified documents, just days after the White House confirmed classified records were found at Biden's former D.C. office last November before the midterm elections. Sources say after that first batch of about 10 documents was found, aides began searching for more documents, leading to this second discovery. Republicans want Attorney General Merrick Garland to appoint a special counsel to investigate, as was done in the Mar-a-Lago documents case, focusing on former President Trump's handling of documents.
Merrick Garland said, we have to have a special prosecutor for Trump. Well, that means we've got to have one for Biden.
Some Democrats also critical of the president.
Classified documents belong in classified settings.
No word yet on where the latest documents were found or how many there were. The House Oversight Committee is vowing to investigate. Its chairman is demanding to see the documents.
He said, well, there's only 10 documents in that first batch. We don't know how many in this second batch.
The White House says, unlike in the Mar-a-Lago case, as soon as Biden's lawyers found the first batch of documents, they alerted the National Archives, which told the Justice Department, which has now launched a review.
This is an ongoing process. As soon as his lawyers realized these documents were there, they did the right thing and immediately turned them over to the archives.
Christy Aletto, ABC News, New York.
In your morning consumer headlines, Microsoft says starting Monday, salaried U.S. employees will get unlimited paid time off. That's in addition to 10 corporate holidays, sick time, jury duty, and bereavement time. The reason the tech giant says, quote, how, when, and where we do our jobs has dramatically changed.
The MacBook Pro is getting a bigger screen, or touch screen rather. Apple reportedly working on adding the feature in 2025 despite years of dismissing touch screens for laptops. Bloomberg says the touchscreen MacBook Pro will also have a trackpad and keyboard.
You may not have to go to California or Florida anymore to take your kids to Universal Studios. The company announcing yesterday it's bringing a one-of-a-kind theme park and hotel right here to Texas. Universal purchased 97 acres of land up in Frisco, which is northeast of Dallas. The company says the North Texas park will be smaller in size compared to its other parks and will be geared towards a younger crowd. You can read all about it right now on our website at ksat.com.
I wonder what folks in Frisco think about that traffic-wise.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, that's a big chunk of land.
Maybe it'll kind of be out there. I don't know where.
That whole area is just exploding with growth there in the Dallas suburbs. 6:10 back here in San Antonio, 60 degrees.
Are we alone in the universe? Well, still to come on GMSA, why new research at NASA suggests maybe not.
And just ahead, it's an issue that's been hurting local business that depends on foot traffic. Now help is on the way. We'll explain.
And let's look out there with live cam. Prepare for the wind. We're at 60 degrees right now. We'll be right back. Construction projects happening all around San Antonio have posed a challenge for local businesses.
So now businesses in 15 construction zones will have a chance to get some financial help. The city will be allocating roughly $2.25 million in federal American Plan Act funding for direct grants.
Now, the maximum a business can get is $35,000 and the minimum is $10,000. Eligible businesses are the ones situated in an area where construction started between January 1st of 2020 and June 30th of 2022.
It also must be a retail or service business, and it depends on in-person traffic. And you must be considered a small business by the standards of the North American Industry Classification System.
Councilman Mario Bravo has at least 2 construction projects in his district, the Broadway Street Corridor and the North St. Mary's Strip.
It's going to be a competitive process, and the idea is to structure it in a way where whoever needs the most help will get the most help.
According to Councilman Bravo, the application process for those businesses is expected to start next month.
And things look a little slow out there at I-35 at Loop 1604. Let's check back with RJ Marquez.
Yeah, that's right, Mark and Stephanie. We got a little bit of a mess here on the northeast side as TransGuide traffic cameras show us the very latest from this incident here at I-35 at Loop 1604. So you can see this is the traffic buildup. These are the southbound lanes right now. So you can see the traffic is backed up past 35 1604, basically kind of past the Forum. So just kind of keep that in mind if you're in this area. And again, this is all because of a stalled vehicle all the way up here on Topperwine Road at I-35. Again, these southbound lanes. And thanks to TransGuide traffic cameras for putting this up for us and kind of showing us this different angle of what we've been following throughout the morning. And you can see from our maps, and again, this it just basically happened over the past couple of minutes or so. Now we are getting red when it comes to our traffic flow. That is not good. We saw the amount of brake lights in that area there. Again, these southbound lanes here again being affected at Topperwine Road. This is basically the biggest thing that we're following. You can see it's going past the Forum right there in the Live Oak area. So something that we definitely need to keep in mind throughout the morning, and things have just started to kind of build up as we continue on during our 6 a.m. hour. As far as traffic around the city, nothing other major to speak of here. There was a stalled vehicle at on the west side at US 90 at Couples Road, and that has been cleared out. So really the biggest thing again right now that we're following is this incident here at Loop 1604 and 35. I'm going to go back real quick here and show you another angle. So this is the opposite angle here, what we were talking about. 35 at Topperwine Road. Again, stalled vehicle. Crews trying to clear out that scene as soon as possible to get traffic moving there on the northeast side. Used to live out in the Live Oak area, guys, and I never was a fan of driving.
Oh, I bet.
35 during rush hour.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fun 24/7, RJ.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you get to listen to your music in the car, right?
That's true. Podcast or do something.
Even starting at like 2, 3 o'clock in the afternoon, trying to go north on 35 is like, geez. Or 1604.
Well, RJ, I bet if you snap your fingers, Mike can make a school bus appear.
Ooh.
Let's try this out.
Right, ready?
2 snaps, 1 snap.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that.
Nicely done.
55 degrees this morning. We'll drop down a couple more notches with mostly clear skies, 1 or 2 little clouds. Blustery winds, that's going to be the situation throughout the rest of the day. Snap. He's good. 65 then later on this afternoon. So we're going to be just about where we should be as far as temperatures, as opposed to being in the upper 70s the past couple of days.
Only RJ.
And then take a look at this picture. This is from Mr. McClellan over there at Woodlawn Lake. And like he says, you don't have to have, you can stop snapping now, Mark. You don't. Kind of reminded me of Steve Martin in the movie The Jerk when he was trying to keep time to the music, you snapping your fingers like that. No comment? Anyway,
I have no rhythm.
Beautiful
You're right.
sunset yesterday. Thank you very much for the KSAT Connect shot. Sunrise is going to be great this morning. 1 or 2 clouds, like I said, are kind of hanging around the area. Temperatures are in the mid-upper 50s, some low 60s around here. So we've dropped down about 4 or 5 degrees just in the past couple of hours around the area as somewhat cooler air tries to move in here. But most noticeably, it is much, much drier air with these numbers are down 20, 30, 35 degrees compared to what they were at this time yesterday, the dew points. So that much drier air. And as you can see, that's continuing to work its way down to the southeast. And so it's going to be really comfortable around here. But the problem being with dry air, especially well out in the Edwards Plateau and the windy conditions, a high fire danger it does exist today. So keep that in mind. Wind gust right now, 23 in Hondo, 30 at Los Maples, and 20 up the road in Bulverde. And so we'll have those 30, close to 35-mile wind gusts at times throughout the rest of today. Water vapor. We've got a little bit of moisture. You can see where the front moved on through here. This line right there, and then a little bit of leftover moisture off to the northwest. So yeah, there are just a couple of clouds out there that come sweeping on through here. Not a big deal, and we'll have plenty of sunshine throughout the rest of today. So the big storm system that had moved in on the west coast, that cut across the northern part of the country, and going to be a stormy day in the Tennessee Valley, but too far north of us to really do any good around here except bring in that drier air, this Pacific front. Another storm system off there to the west of us, but everything is moving pretty much straight west to east. So we're not getting any big blasts of cold air coming on in here. A little bit of a modified roller coaster, if you will, and that's what pulled in the drier air in these windy conditions. Stays like this the next couple of days. We then see a bit of a return flow coming in here Saturday into Sunday, slightly more humidity, and then another one of these little disturbances, little waves, tries to clear out some of that humidity, and another one moves in here by the middle part of the week. Hopefully that will give us a couple of showers maybe by Wednesday, but not a really good chance for any rain. Unfortunately, around here, these lows are just staying a little too far to the north to do us any good. 61 degrees today at noon. Sunny, windy conditions, and then a high temperature today is going to make it up to 65, which is, again, about where you would expect it this time of year. Just an absolutely beautiful day. Roll down the windows today. Well, it may blow in some of the mountain cedar, so you might want to keep them up. Then tonight, make sure the windows are closed because it's going to be cool. Once the sun goes down this evening, it's going to cool off pretty quickly. So make sure you have a jacket down to the upper 30s in town tomorrow, Saturday morning. So that means close to freezing a lot of spots in the hill country. And then 72 on Sunday. Monday, 75, a couple more clouds. Yes, you look like you.
Well, that's the hard part this year. I mean, the weather's gorgeous. It's not 1,000 degrees, and then you roll the windows down, and it's a sneeze fiesta for days.
Or allergies, yes.
Indeed.
Okay, I don't know which is worse.
San Antonio problems.
Yeah.
621, 60 degrees.
Just ahead on GMSA, the latest discovery that's got researchers at NASA talking this morning.
Struggling with the highs and lows of bipolar 1? Ask about Vraylar, because you are greater than your bipolar 1, and you can help take control of your symptoms with Vraylar. Some medicines only treat the lows or highs. Vraylar treats depressive, acute manic, and mixed episodes of bipolar 1 in adults. Proven full-spectrum relief for all bipolar 1 symptoms. And in Vraylar clinical studies, most saw no substantial impact on weight. Elderly dementia patients have increased risk of death or stroke. Call your doctor about unusual changes in behavior or suicidal thoughts. Antidepressants can increase these in children and young adults. Report fever, stiff muscles, or confusion, which may mean a life-threatening reaction, or uncontrollable muscle movements, which may be permanent. High blood sugar, which can lead to coma or death, weight gain, and high cholesterol may occur. Movement dysfunction and restlessness are common side effects. Sleepiness and stomach issues are also common. Side effects may not appear for several weeks. Ask about Vraylar and learn how AbbVie could help you save.
625, move over Mars. NASA is touting a new discovery that is potentially habitable for life. Now, this is just computer rendering, but there's a star, and then we've got a couple of extra planets around here. NASA is saying this is an Earth-sized planet about 100 light years away. They say it's the fourth planet orbiting a small star in its habitable zone. That's a zone where a planet is at a safe enough distance from a star that could potentially have liquid water on its surface. And according to scientists, the potential for water also typically suggests the potential for life on that planet.
Interesting. Time now, 6:25 and 60 degrees for now.
400. That's how many push-ups a Dallas area coach reportedly forces student athletes to do. What parents are saying coming up in the next half hour of GMSA.
And let's look at the roads with TransGuide at I-35 at Loop 1604. A lot more people headed out. We're going to be checking in with RJ Marcus very soon.
A driver's alleged run from the law has ended with his death. Good morning, I'm Katrina Weber. I'll tell you why sheriff's deputies believe he may have been running from them. That's coming up.
I'm ABC's Justin Finch. U.S. airports are back online after yesterday's nationwide ground stoppage. Well, we are now learning about the computer glitch that disrupted flights and frustrated passengers again.
It's just too much. It's too much. I don't want to buy any. I can't afford it.
Are you heading to the grocery store today? If so, you can still expect to pay more for eggs, a lot more. We'll update you on why and when those prices may start to come down.
And rock and roll has lost another legendary musician. Today we remember the life of Jeff Beck, who has died at the age of 78.
And we are on alert for grass fires and brush fires today. Mike says dry, windy conditions will prevail on our Thursday morning. Good morning to you, everybody. It is Thursday, the 12th of January.
Thanks for joining us. Hope you've had a great week so far. So windy today and cold tomorrow morning.
That's right. And I was saying a little bit earlier, if you got a new jacket for Christmas, you might be able to actually put it on in the next couple of mornings.
Yeah, this morning you still need a jacket, not anything overly heavy, but you were talking about the higher fire danger. Unfortunately, when this front moved through, it came through dry, and there were a couple of showers way off to the east, but especially in parts of the hill country where we have extremely low humidity and the windy conditions. So a lot of clear skies. There may be one or two clouds that are going to kind of slide on through there. 60 degrees right now. We've dropped roughly 5 degrees overall in the past couple of hours as that front moved in. It's not this blast of cold air coming on in here. It's one of these Pacific fronts, so it has really dried things out. These numbers, dew points, are way down by 30, 35 degrees compared to this time yesterday. Wind out of the north primarily about 10-15 miles per hour. Mid-50s hill country, 60 here in town. Warm spot on the map is 64 at Stinson, and we continue with these winds, 10, 15, close to 20 miles per hour sustained winds. Then we've got a wind gust of 30 there at Lost Maples, 24 Canyon Lake, and 23 right now in Hondo, and that's going to be the case throughout the day with those 30, close to 35 mile per hour wind gusts. Mountain Cedar, the updated count comes out in about an hour. Yesterday's reading was 4760. It's going to be real interesting to see when that updated count comes out, since it has been so windy in the overnight hours, and it's going to stay windy today, so tomorrow's count, it's going to be interesting as well. Cool, clear, windy, and then plenty of sunshine. Again, 1 or 2 clouds this morning. Windy, mid-60s, close to a normal average high temperature later on this afternoon. And then tomorrow, as we were talking about, you can get some use out of that new jacket, a heavier coat, cold start, sunny, mid-60s again. And same thing on Saturday. Cold start, windy, or not as windy, pardon me, and then sunny. Windier on Sunday, a couple more clouds, a little bit warmer as well, and looks pretty nice as we go on into Monday for the long MLK holiday weekend as well. And then another front maybe by the middle of next week. Get that all sorted out in just a couple of minutes. Traffic Authority, RJ Marquez, what's going on, sir?
All right, Mike. So some good news here. Things getting better here for our drivers on the northeast side, as it looks like that stalled vehicle has cleared up over there at I-35 at Topperwine Road. It was causing a pretty good backup here all the way past I-35 and Loop 1604. So this is our TransGuide traffic camera in that area. So they switched the direction of the camera to show this southbound traffic moving into the San Antonio area. As you can see here, traffic moving pretty smooth through here. So a little bit of backup, a little bit of residue left from this stalled vehicle, but again, we're being told right now that this has been cleared out, and based on those TransGuide traffic cameras or what I've been looking at, it looks like things are all good in the I-35 Topperwine area. So that is some good news for people headed out right now. Something that just popped up on our maps right now is another stalled vehicle. This is right in between the zoo and UIW, and this is on the northbound lanes at US 281 at Hildebrand. And you can see right now it's being reported that there's a stalled vehicle right now. I will get a look at some of the TransGuide traffic cameras here in just a bit to see exactly how that is affecting traffic in our area. But this just popped up again, the northbound lanes of US 281 at Hildebrand. So just be careful if you're headed out there. Wider look at our map. Things looking pretty good in our area right now. Even some of our normal kind of busy areas, US 281 in the Stone Oak area, things looking pretty good. Out there on the far west side, Castroville, US 90 area, things looking pretty solid right now as people make their way to school or work. So we will continue to follow the very latest on the roads. Mark and Stephanie, back to you guys.
RJ, thank you. To our top story this morning, a man on a mission to get away from a sheriff's deputy has died in a crash on the city's west side. According to Bexar County Sheriff Javier Salazar, that driver took off during a traffic stop, but the deputy was not chasing him at the time.
Katrina Weber is live where the crash happened, West Military near Marbach Road. And Katrina, we understand investigators found drugs and a gun in the wreckage.
That's what the sheriff told us. In fact, he says when the deputy first stopped that driver for speeding, he quickly noticed that there was more to this. Now, the crash happened just before 1 o'clock this morning at West Military in Marbach, about a mile away from where the traffic stop was. The driver's car smashed through a utility pole and hit a parked tow truck. The driver was ejected, then he slammed into a U-Haul truck and died. Sheriff Salazar says that same man is the one who was involved in the traffic stop. A deputy had noticed what looked like a small bag of drugs, pills, on his passenger seat and questioned the driver, who then handed it all over.
The suspect then indicated to the deputy that he was carrying a handgun. And so the deputy at that point verbally asked the suspect to step out of the vehicle. The suspect just said no and then drove away at a high rate of speed.
The sheriff says the deputy did not even have a chance to chase the driver. He did go looking for him after some time and stumbled upon the crash scene. Salazar says here at the scene, investigators did find a gun and a backpack that contained a scale and some marijuana that appeared to be packaged for sale. They are still working to identify that driver and make a positive ID. In the meantime, CPS Energy is still working to repair that utility pole that was damaged in the crash. And so the street is shut down. This stretch of West Military near Marbach closed until those repairs are made. Reporting live on the west side, Katrina Weber, KSAT 12 News.
Thank you, Katrina. Now to a developing story. San Antonio police say an all-out brawl turned deadly last night after a woman was run over. Officers tell us that a fight involving 15 to 30 people broke out just before 9 o'clock last night on Angelo Walk in South Picoso. That's just west of downtown. During the fight, police say someone got into a vehicle and ran over a 29-year-old woman. She died at the scene. Officers detained 2 people and say the suspect got away with 1 or 2 other people. They are looking for the person driving a light-colored 4-door car that ran over the victim. A Dallas area high school football coach is in hot water after reportedly forcing student athletes to do an extreme workout that sent many of them to the hospital. That's according to a report from the Dallas Morning News. Some parents of the students claim the players were forced to do between 300 and 400 push-ups on Friday with no water breaks. Parents also saying at least 8 students were hospitalized due to the intense workout. That high school coach has been placed on administrative leave while the investigation continues. You can read more about it right now on our website at ksat.com.
6:37. We turn now to Washington, where Congress is pledging to investigate that FAA computer malfunction that led to the first nationwide flight ground stoppage since 9/11. That glitch marks the latest frustration for U.S. air travelers following Southwest Airlines' major meltdown that led to more than 15,000 flight cancellations over the holidays. ABC's Justin Finch has more.
Good morning. And this morning, the nation's air carriers are aiming to recover from thousands of flight delays and cancellations as transportation officials work to make sure it doesn't happen again. At airports across the country, questions and confusion.
When I walk in, it's just pure chaos.
We got called for boarding, started the boarding, and then all of a sudden they called us off.
More than 10,000 U.S. flights delayed and over 1,300 canceled Wednesday. The first nationwide ground stoppage since 9/11, now traced to an FAA system failure undergoing routine maintenance.
We're going to own it, we're going to find it, and we're going to fix it.
Ongoing issues overnight prompted the FAA's 7 a.m. nationwide ground stop, which was lifted by 9 a.m., but widespread delays had already begun. The FAA fallout again puts aging air industry technology in the spotlight. Southwest Airlines partly blamed its cancellation of more than 15,000 flights 2 weeks ago on its own outdated system. And concerns about flights today. A top member of the Allied Pilots Association says the ripple effects of delays and cancellations from that ground stoppage could linger into Friday. Justin Finch, ABC News, Washington.
And now to a consumer alert. If you go to the grocery store today, you're going to notice the price of eggs has skyrocketed. A lingering bird flu outbreak combined with soaring feed, fuel, and labor costs has led to U.S. egg prices more than doubling over the past year. The national average price for a dozen eggs hit $3.59 in November, up from $1.72 a year earlier. Now, according to the latest government data, and that is putting stress on consumer budgets and the bottom line of restaurants, bakeries, and other food producers that rely heavily on eggs.
The San Antonio Spurs getting ready to break the NBA single game attendance record tomorrow night when they host the Golden State Warriors.
They announced they have sold 63,592 tickets for the game at the Alamodome. It will be a big night for sure.
We're all excited about that. KSAT 12's Alyssa Cole joins us here in studio with details on the historic moment. Good morning, Alyssa.
Good morning, Mark and Stephanie. We are getting our Spurs gear ready, and it's possible that with standing room tickets, the Spurs could host around 68,000 people. Now, either way, they will break a record that stood for nearly 25 years. The Spurs played in the Alamodome from 1993 through 2002 before moving to the AT&T Center. The Alamodome record for an NBA game is more than 39,500. That record was set on June 18th, 1999, when New York visited San Antonio for Game 2 of that year's NBA Finals. Now, excluding that All-Star Game, Friday's matchup will be only the 4th NBA game with an attendance more than 50,000. A lot of people means a lot of traffic. Tomorrow on GMSA, I'll tell you everything you need to know if you are planning on going to tomorrow night's game. Tip-off is set for 6:30 p.m. at the Alamodome. Mark, Stephanie.
Thank you, Alyssa. We know it's going to be busy. Today, we remember legendary guitarist Jeff Beck, who passed away on Tuesday. And his representative said in a statement yesterday that he died after suddenly contracting bacterial meningitis. He was known as a guitar virtuoso who pushed the boundaries of blues, jazz, and rock and roll. He was 78 years old.
641, 59 degrees.
And still ahead on GMSA, why health experts say a little bit of stress can be healthy for your brain.
Okay. And as we head to break, we want to say congratulations to photographer and editor Tim Stewart, who's celebrating 25 years with us right here at KSAT 12 today. Timmy, we love you.
Congrats, Timmy.
How often do you feel stressed out? Don't answer all at once. We know the answer. It turns out a little stress might actually be really good for you.
Experts believe there is a kind of healthy stress that can help your brain. Nancy Alvarez explains.
Project deadlines, family drama, and packed schedules can add a lot of stress to someone's day. your cortisol goes up, which means your fuel consumption goes up. So what happens, you actually fired up your body. And if you keep it that way, it's like driving your car down the freeway in second gear.
But research shows not all stress is actually bad for you. A study from UCSF and Stanford University found that manageable daily stress may help protect against oxidative damage, which is linked to disease and aging. Some other upsides of stress include increasing motivation to finish projects on time, promoting bonding and social connections with others, boosting immunity, building resilience, and encouraging growth, especially in those who learn techniques to cope with stress, like meditation or checking in with yourself, helping you not to stress out over stress. I'm Nancy Alvarez reporting.
All right, guys, taking a look outside with our TransGuide traffic cameras, and got a little bit of a report here of a stalled vehicle in the area a little bit near the zoo and UIW. So here's our TransGuide traffic camera at US 281 at Olmos Drive, and things looking pretty smooth there. But again, this reported incident a little bit further here down the road at northbound lanes of US 281 again at Hildebrand. So we just saw the TransGuide traffic camera. Things looking pretty smooth. Our traffic, our maps are showing that the flow here is also moving pretty well. But this is kind of the biggest thing that we've been following over the past couple of minutes or so. As we move a little bit further to the northeast side, this just showed up on our maps right now. Another stalled vehicle. This is on the eastbound lanes, Loop 410 at Harry Wurzbach Road. Something to kind of keep in mind for people headed out in that area. Northeast side's been pretty busy throughout the morning. This is just the latest incident there. Again, Loop 410 eastbound lanes at Harry Wurzbach Road. So things looking a little bit as kind of picking up some action there. As we look at our wide look here at the map, you can see on the far west side near US 90 and a little bit past up to Castroville, traffic starting to build up. And again, our regular traffic build up over there in the Helotes area on the northwest side. So just some things to kind of keep in mind of as we make our way throughout the morning. Taking you back outside with a look again at this TransGuide traffic shots here, US 281 at Olmos Drive. Again, a stalled vehicle being reported at Hildebrand. Does not seem to be causing some major delays. Guys, I was going to mention that Spurs game. That's going to be pretty crazy. So definitely keep up with our traffic updates throughout the entire day and see what we post online, because I think there's going to be a lot of people that are either going to be taking the via, the park and ride situation, because it is going to be packed.
And the Spurs keep reminding us to remind you to tell you to leave early and make arrangements and all that stuff too.
So how close to the record?
Well, it's broken now.
The record is officially broken.
They announced last night that it's officially been broken. They've sold over 63,000 tickets. Record was 62, but they say, as Alyssa just reported, that they could get over 65,000 tomorrow.
And it'll be a little different because, I mean, we have UTSA games there, but it's not over 62,000.
Yeah, so as they say, plan ahead.
Yes.
And we'll have complete coverage tomorrow in all our newscasts.
And the other thing I was wondering, have the Spurs ever played in the Dome when it's in the full configuration like it is now?
I think they have once before, if I recall. We had some story about that.
I'm not sure. I think the last time they may have, but I still think it was cut off in some section of it.
Usually the
That may have
curtain
been
was
the
a
first,
I remember
right?
the curtain, yeah.
Okay, we've got to move on.
Well, that's pretty cool though. They did that for the 50th anniversary. All right, beautiful picture. I love this one from Mr. McClellan over there.
This is cool too.
This is what it looks like through a crystal ball. Wonder if he's seeing the future in that. So, anyway, thank you very much for the KSAT Connect shot. And here we are. This is 10 at 410, looking down the southwest speed. You can see a little bit of the glow of the sunrise over there, kind of heading off to the east. And we've got a couple of just one or two clouds hanging around this morning. 58 Bulverde, Helotes, 54 Boerne Stage, 57 in Seguin and Gonzales, and 60 out there at the airport. We'll drop down a couple of more degrees before we start our warming process. And very, very dry air moved in behind this front. Dew points have dropped down 20, 30, close to 35 degrees compared to this time yesterday. And as you can see, the dry air continues to work its way down to the southeast, and it's going to stay this way for the next few days. Windy conditions, 17-mile-per-hour winds there at Boerne Stage, 16 Hondo, 13 at the airport. Wind gust 30 Los Maples and 24 Bulverde, as well as Canyon Lake, and it is going to be blustery all day long. Satellite picture. Here's just a couple of these clouds. A couple of leftover ones that are kind of moving on through the area. So that'll be it for the maybe first couple of hours of the morning. And then we'll just see a lot of sunshine around here. Here's the low, which you can see is producing pretty good storms throughout the Ohio and Tennessee valleys. Snow on the backside of that. Too far to the north to really do us any good. Another one's coming in off the west coast. That's going to be too far to the north to unfortunately do us any good as well. Temperatures, we stay on the, well, normal side. I wanted to say cool, but this is where it should be as opposed to the upper 70s we've been the past few days. We will get into the low 70s Sunday, warm up somewhat Monday, Tuesday, and then another front comes through here. But notice how it's not any big blast of cold air. We still stay actually a little bit above normal. Low temperature is going to be pretty cold the next couple of mornings. Not as chilly Sunday, still jacket if you're heading out to early church services, and then a bit milder to start off the week. And yeah, not anything real big, that looks like winter around here at all. Next couple of mornings, yes, but yeah, we're still staying on the warm and dry side overall. 61, sunny, windy at noon, and then a high temperature today up to 65. Close to where we should be. Same thing tomorrow, Saturday. Cool mornings, though, or I should say cold mornings, upper 30s here in town, so close to freezing hill country. And then going to be 72 on Sunday, Monday for MLK Day, 75 degrees. A few more clouds around here. Overall, a nice day. A bit more humidity comes on in then, and then that next front will just kind of get rid of some of that humidity. Hopefully a shower or two by Wednesday. Not a great chance, though.
That would be helpful, though.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mike.
Right now, 6:51, 59 degrees.
And good news for the hole in the ozone layer. It is starting to heal. Tomorrow on GMSA, our Sarah Acosta spoke with a local professor who explains what is helping it and when it could be restored.
Outside with Live Cam, waiting for that sun to come up on your Thursday morning. Thanks for starting your day with us right here on Good Morning San Antonio. Coming up today on GMSA at 9, a new Alzheimer's drug will soon be hitting the market. Max Massey shares what this could mean for local patients and future treatments.
Plus, a new workshop is connecting car culture to diabetes education. Tiffany Huertas explains how this workshop can change lives. It's all coming up later this morning on GMSA at 9.
Time check. It's 5 till 7.
Let's go ahead and check in with RJ. Sorry, RJ.
Yeah, no, definitely no problems. The biggest thing that we're following right now is just a stalled vehicle on the northeast side, the eastbound lanes of Loop 410 and Harry Wurzbach Road. So just keep that in mind if you are headed out into that area. Quick look at our TransGuide traffic cameras. Things looking pretty smooth across the rest of the San Antonio area as we get set for our 7 o'clock hour. Mike, how are things looking out there this morning?
Well, take a look for yourself. Here is a live cam. You can see one or two little wispy clouds out there. Otherwise, gorgeous sunrise this morning. We're at 58 right now, 54 Comfort, and still 62 down the road at Stinson. Windy conditions, got some gusts to 25. It's going to be blustery all day. High today, 65, and still windy and much colder tomorrow morning.
Thank you, Mike.
All right, thank you. Pretty sunrise out there. Enjoy.